Each has its specific subject. Too much modernism?
How can there be too much modernism? Modernism doesn't exist. Only art exists.
This dude is rude.
Art is timeless.
Honestly, if I was him, I wouldn't even put his
is
art in my
cosmic.
museum if I was me. Hi guys, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes project. We've done one game, kind of. If I am able to continue this, I will continue it in the next week, but we'll see how far we can get to without this breaking. I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones that don't break. It's known as Nemesis, but also known as Versus of Arsene Lupin. I don't think you guys can hear sound. Let me fix this real quick. Okay, you guys can hear now. So, I'm pretty sure I've already played this whole entire game, but I'm pretty sure Sherlock Holmes games are also kind of long. So we'll see with that. And I guess we'll get started. Let's just click new game. Let's see how this goes. Hold on. You are undertaking a portrait of Sherlock Holmes, the famous consulting detective at 221B Baker Street, London. During this case, you must demonstrate both sagacity and calm, observe well the items around you, and don't hesitate to click on them. Once you have required information, you will obtain comments that will help you in your hunt. Do not forget to interrogate anybody who may be able to inform you. Choose the right questions and pay heed to their answers. Arsene Lupin will throw a number of challenges at you, which will demand you are subtle and methodical. Thus, in life, what? You need a pencil and paper. Certain riddles require reflection. I have a notepad right in front of me, and I will get a pen right now. Type a keyword in response to a question in order to continue the adventure. You are at liberty to consult your notes in order to help yourself. Do not forget to read. Okay. You will have at your disposition plans and maps will permit you to teleport by clicking on given points. Character run by double clicking. Okay. English honors. Let's see. Cool. Ooh, I like this graphics. It's getting better. It's getting better in this project. There's really good graphics in the last few games. They're coming out with a new game, so I don't know when that's going to come out. So if that's out by the time I'm done, I will. But I will also play that game anyways, because when it comes out, I really do want to play that game. It sounds pretty cool. It's called The Awakened, and I'm pretty sure it's a remastered of The Awakened that we already have, which was 2007, which is right after this one, which is not exactly in order, but we have Nemesis 2007, and then The Awakened, which was also in 2007, so I'm just kind of putting them wherever. London, July 14th, 1895. 221B, we're here. I hope you guys are enjoying this, because I am enjoying this, because it's good to see the growth. And I love seeing the growth that in just this one game series.
It looks to be the beginning of a lovely day, Holmes. There's nothing like beginning the week with a sunny Monday, with nothing more pressing to do than to see what came in the post. Would you care to take a ride up the Thames today?
I think not, Watson.
Listen, Holmes, your mood
Isn't it
has been
called
getting
Thames?
progressively worse for the past 2 weeks. I know you, and I am certain that something is bothering you. It wouldn't be bad news from Switzerland, would it?
We would already be on a boat heading towards the continent, were that the case, my dear Watson.
Very well, then, what is it? Let me guess. For the past 2 weeks, the papers have talked of nothing other than this French thief, Arsene Lupin. He's been making all of the police officers on the continent look like complete idiots. You're taking an obvious pleasure out of reading these articles.
My dear Watson.
I've put my finger on it, haven't I? I know you well. Something tells me that you will not entertain talk of this Lupin for some time. Do you recall his latest feat? Using an alias, he seduced a young Italian princess in order to rob her of a priceless set of diamond jewelry that once belonged to the Medici. These jewels were to be part of the lady's dowry on the occasion of her marriage to the son of a wealthy, influential Sicilian. Finally, our friend, having committed his crime, left word for the local press explaining that there was no other way for the charming lass to escape a marriage of convenience with, I quote, an uncultivated and uncouth boor without the least refinement. Since then, the lady has been confined to a convent, and rumour has it that the two outraged fathers have jointly offered a sum of countless millions of liras for the head, the rest of the body being optional, of the man who is responsible for their dishonour. Are you acquainted with the reputation of the Italian criminal milieu? Why, another letter from the zoo about those missing birds, as if we were going to be running around the whole of London chasing chickens. As I was saying, are you acquainted with the reputation of the Italian criminal milieu? This Arsene Lupin must be in hiding somewhere, surrounded by bottles of champagne and stolen treasures. How foolhardy and arrogant. Oh, these French. However, he didn't pursue this foolishness to the point of risking stepping onto British soil.
Has the cat got your tongue, Watson? What? Whatever is the matter with you, Watson? Pray tell.
This letter on the table. Holmes, read it.
He's not even opening the letters, so I don't understand. Where's my clicky? Okay, now it's not cursive like the last time where I couldn't absolutely read it. I should probably move my mouse. Before I begin, please excuse my grammatical spelling or spelling errors that you might notice. Your language isn't my native tongue, as I come from the continent, France, to be exact. In addition, my singular subjects of conversation, whether they be oral or written, are the most exquisite food and wine, the noblest arts, and the sublimest woman. The whole world knows that you, people of her most gracious majesty, do not produce or even discern any manifestation of aesthetic intelligence and civilization that sets men apart from beasts. Thus, the opportunities to practice your language are sporadic and brief. What use is there to linger with lackey or maid? But look, I see I have made a mistake, or rather an execrable mistranslation. I said, you people of her most gracious blah blah blah. I should have said the people of blah 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 other than you. How can I include you in this half ruddy faced, half pallid crowd reeking of brine and cheap beer? You stand apart an icon. Having followed your exploits for some time, being interested in your unusual personality, I started see in you a man of intelligence, ingenuity, and singular refinement. The incredible results in your activities and the manner in which you achieve them are marked with seal of genius. Believe me, despite the lamentable opinion that I hold for the inhabitants of your island, I have for you an admiration without limit, which reached its apogee recently when I discovered that you have a French ancestor. What unlucky stars brought you to world elsewhere than in motherland? The motherland I call my own. That should have been your own. Perhaps the gods desired that your presence on this island bring up the intellectual average that was so low it bordered on the absurd. The business that brings me to write this letter may bring an answer to this question. You see, the events without antecedent, I don't know what he's trying to say, will occur in London in the week to come, beginning on the very night of the day in which you read this letter. The purpose of these events is to bring to light a fraud, the arrogance and vanity of the English. Enough of the haughty, boring composure that the English present us with. Passions should be freely expressed. Enough of the derisive confidence in England's impregnability, which is displayed by all of your politicians and soldiers. The English fortress is being protected by seas serving as moats. Enough of your supposed symbols of majesty and grandeur of spirit, which are in fact merely the fruits of looting and plundering. England has measured the world by its stingy superior smile for far too long. Thus I, Arsene Lupin, have pledged to get rid of all this smile. To that end, in the week to come, I pledge to steal 5 of the most representational symbols of alleged English grandeur here in London. Once these auspicious achievements have been accomplished, I will exhibit the trophies for the world to see, and will reveal the smallness of a nation incapable of preserving its pride. England will become a laughingstock to all the nations, from largest to the smallest. Will have to swallow its pride and lower its head for millennia to come. Oh my God, so many. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. This is a long letter. Imagine these self-righteous, perfidious faces who ordinarily parade the fact that they are one of Her Majesty's people will forward hide their origins. Being English will no longer be grounds for pride, but rather shame. In brief, the debts will be paid. You are perhaps asking yourself why I have chosen to share with you my vision, which many who don't know me would consider mad. After all, if my former praises are well founded, you are certainly the only person in England capable of stopping my plan. Like myself, you are fully aware of the inefficiency and the flagrant lack of imagination that plagues your police service. The reason of this letter is eminently narcissistic. No exceptional artist desires to produce their work for an uncultured public incapable of appreciating the true value of his prowess and talent. In you I have found the ideal spectator, and I wish for you to follow the stages of my consecration, step by step. In fact, I would almost wish for you to put yourself in my path. In vain to stop me from committing these thefts, but you are a busy man who doesn't like defeat. What a shame! If despite everything the adventure tempts you anyway, I shall leave you a few verses that deal with tonight's target. So, tonight. All across France, everyone knows in the blind kingdom you only need one eye for the crown. You treat us like blind men. It shows 'twas one-eyed, one-armed man who brought us down. It is true that we failed, though we tried again. Our fate was nailed in his immortality, our pain. One of the Spanish capes, the detestable pride that hangs around you like drapes, our sufferable makes you snide. An adversary came along in order to protect victory. We were put in the wrong, and a day made history. Save the pain and defeat. The worst in this game is that the hero we did meet carries a French name. Clearly did vengeance sound. What I have in mind for this traitor sitting in his master's feet like a bound is to be run aground. On my honor tonight to band, I will break free the binding so that all may understand our victory will take week.
Holmes, this is truly unbelievable. Surely this cannot be taken seriously.
It's possible, Watson, that this letter is nothing but a prank. However, a small chance exists that both the challenge and the threat are real.
What will you do?
First, I'm going to enjoy the breakfast Mrs. Hudson has prepared. If you would be so good, Watson, as to clarify some of the riddles in the letter. Firstly, if Arsene Lupin is actually the author, as he states, why does he sign with another name? When it comes to the poem, even if an answer seems straightforward, we must be quite certain. What would the target of tonight's theft be if this letter turns out to be accurate? We have one day to find the solution and to take preventative measures. You could go see Barnes, the bookstore in Glentworth Street. Surely they'll have something that will be informative.
So we had to go to Glentworth Street. So. So, I have something I'd like to say, which is...
I am not ready yet, Watson.
I have something I would like to say, like comment, as we're just doing some stuff. Have any of you guys actually seen Sherlock? I think it was a Netflix show. I don't know if it still is a Netflix show. I don't know.
Gunruth, Kudwilm, Lizrit, Sublilha.
Barnes becomes an important factor in some of the games, especially. So,
Good day, Barnes.
we gotta get to know him.
Hello, Dr. Watson. How are you? I didn't hear you enter.
Are you busy? Am I disturbing you?
Not at all. I was researching.
There's a hand on
But
that door.
if you came to see
Did
me,
someone
it
struggle?
must be that you're looking for something specific. Perhaps I can help you?
A strange
A
affair.
very strange affair, bewildering even, has brought me to see you. An affair involving a Spanish cape and a one-eyed, one-armed man.
Most certainly. You will find the works dealing with naval history on one of the shelves somewhere.
One of the
Thank you.
shows.
I'll go look.
That's very helpful. Very. Oh. What's his last voyage? Horatio Nelson, Viscount. He conquered the French. Sorry if I'm yawning. I'm making this recording later. No.
Ah, here's my book, The Great English Sailors. As it happens, I found this book, and...
Excuse me, my dear Dr. Watson, but I am in need of tranquility.
Well, farewell, Barnes.
Okay. Yeah. And then let's go. I like the teleporting mechanism though. Can I talk to you? Thank you.
Now tell me, Watson, what progress have you made? Have you found the meaning of the mysterious signature?
You see, I don't know. I'm gonna go to my documents real quick. He has a French name. Was it Horatio? Let's try this. Where's R? So I have Horatio Nelson. That's what I got based off that guy. And
It's an anagram, Holmes. The letters in Arseno Latino can be used to spell out Horatio Nelson.
oh, I say
That's a
Horatio.
welcome confirmation. No doubt the target for the theft is somehow connected with the Battle of Trafalgar, won by Admiral Lord Nelson at the expense of the French. Nelson, who lost an eye and an arm in battle, has a statue high atop a column in Trafalgar Square. It says that the object of the theft is sitting at his master's feet. There's nothing to steal on this column. We have a map of London here somewhere. Let's see if we can find a site of interest near Trafalgar Square.
I found the map. The map was here once. Oh, it's on this side. Map?
Holmes's violin.
Holmes's violin.
Holmes's table for experiments. A motley collection. My eccentric companion keeps his shag tobacco in the toe of this Persian slipper. Colonel Gordon. It was during the affair of the lodger in treatment.
I'm literally just...
This is how Holmes organizes his correspondence that is awaiting responses. If only his clients saw that.
That means he's never gonna get back.
It's a coal bucket in which Holmes stores his cigars. What a strange idea.
Yeah, strange idea. Where's the map?
Ha! I found it at last. The map of London.
So, according to you, what is there to steal in Trafalgar Square? Show me on the map, Watson.
Trafalgar. I would assume British Museum.
The only location visible is the National Gallery of Painting, which faces the column.
Why not? Our man wants to steal a painting, but which one? Watson, shall we head out? Let's take a tour of the National Gallery. While you find us a hansom, I'll send a message to Lestrade to have him join us.
Strahd.
No. I must find a hansom.
Oh, we're finding a handsome, are we? I didn't know we were British. Found a handsome. You know, I used to hijack
lamb,
these
good
in Assassin's
timing.
Creed.
Can you give myself and my friend Sherlock a lift?
With pleasure, Dr. Watson. The mistress, Miss Bromsby, gave me the day off. I'll wait for you.
I'm going to the National Gallery.
So, Holmes, what are we doing?
We are going to talk to this man and find out what's going on.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome to the National Gallery of Painting. As it's such a lovely day outside, you're the only visitors at the moment, and likely will be for the whole day, as the minimum number of people for a guided tour is...
We're not here to visit the museum, young man. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Sherlock Holmes, the famous detective?
Indeed, I have reason to believe that a theft is being planned that will take place here, perhaps as early as today.
A robbery?
I'm not certain, but there is a good reason to believe that is the case. We have contacted Inspector Lestrade at Scotland Yard, and he should be joining us momentarily.
So annoying.
Meanwhile,
I don't
rest
think they
assured
really
that
say
we are
the
here
names
in an
correctly in
official
this.
capacity. In the meantime, you can certainly help us. One of the paintings will
I
play
mean, I
a
don't
part in
blame
the
them.
matter, but I don't yet know exactly which one. I do, however, have a few clues that should tell us something to a specialist like yourself.
Ah, yes, of course. As it happens, I've only been working here for 3 days. Actually, I'm an apprentice, and my duties here are essentially administrative.
Pray tell, would I be correct in deducing that the elder of the two men that we can see up there is the director of the museum?
Yes, that is Sir Pointer. He could certainly assist you better than I, but at the moment he's terribly occupied and will be for some time.
But the location that you are proposing is unworthy of my work. All of my pieces are hymns to color and light. It's the very stars, the sun that you want to extinguish.
Please understand, dear sir, the entrance hall is reserved for temporary exhibitions. We are able to add more lighting.
In that case, you would have to provide lanterns across the whole length of the ceiling, and to use the most refined oil possible. Definitely not gas. And mirrors to reflect the light, along with some canvases in basic colors to bring out the contrasts.
We will do all that we possibly can.
Nevertheless, I insist that a number of my works must be on the main floor next to the large pieces.
But our rooms are already full and, as you know, each has its specific subject. Too much modernism?
How can there be too much modernism? Modernism doesn't exist. Only art exists.
This dude is rude.
Art is timeless.
Honestly, if I was him, I wouldn't even put his
is
art in my
cosmic.
museum if I was me.
Well, sir, perhaps we should continue this conversation in my office.
Then you must certainly have a ledger of the works that are shown in the museum, with a description of each painting.
Yes, Sir Pointer entrusted it to my care this morning so I could familiarize myself with the collection, but I lost it. I know I make a rather feeble archivist, but while I was doing a tour of the museum, the painting that Mr. Pointer is now dealing with arrived, along with cases full of canvases that he had to quickly inventory.
The case of the missing ledger. What do you make of it, Watson?
The case of the missing
Mr.
ledger.
Palinur, sir.
Palinor, my friend and I will make our way through the museum in order to find the ledger. If you lost it while touring the museum and it wasn't back on the desk, then it must be in one of the galleries. Stay here and we will return to see you when we have found it, and not a word of it to the director.
Certainly, sir. With many thanks. I will continue to do my inventory and await you.
Tell me, young man, would you happen to have a blueprint of the building in order to
So I can
facilitate the
teleport
task at
everywhere,
hand?
yes.
Ah, yes. Where did I put it? Oh, yes, here it is.
Goodbye, I'm done talking to
Farewell,
you.
Palinor.
I don't even know if I finished all my conversation I had today. Did I? We can start from the end here.
The Spanish Painters Gallery.
So these are Spanish paintings.
A lovely painting by Murillo. Impressive.
Oh, this dude is running after me.
French Painters Gallery.
So, Spanish, French.
There, it seems that we've found the famous ledger. It's written in shorthand and there are hundreds of entries. Let's bring it to the archivist.
I'm gonna familiarize with this.
English Painters Hall.
So this is English painters. More English paintings.
Dutch Gallery.
This is the Dutch gallery, okay. Shouldn't there be another one?
The Flemish artists are found here.
Flemish.
The Gallery of Italian Works.
Italian, Flemish, Dutch.
German Gallery.
This is the German area. Okay. Awesome.
The painter who was conversing with the director has such character. to the point of taking some of it out on this poor plant.
Alright, once we figure out what we need, I think we're looking for
Yes,
English.
Mr. Holmes?
Almost.
Farewell, Palinor.
Okay. Oh, my friend went live at like 12 in the afternoon earlier today. Oops. What are we doing? So,
Saint Catherine of Alexandria by Antonio de Salario in 1514, originally part of a triptych. Canvas by Orazio Gentileschi, 1563 to 1639, Baroque painter influenced by Caravaggio. His daughter Artemisia became a painter in her own right.
What do you think, Holmes?
I think do we have to give him the ledger? I don't think I ever gave him the ledger.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
Here.
Here is your ledger, my friend.
You found it! Many thanks. You won't say anything to Sir Pointer.
Rest assured, are you familiar with how the entries are written? Everything seems to be abbreviated.
I understand
Everything
how to
seems to be
locate a thematic
abbreviated
group
while pointing
and
because you
how to
can't see
read a
me on a
description,
webcam yet.
but
I am working on that,
struggling
though.
with the location codes.
It's better than nothing at the moment. We're searching for a painting that has a connection to the Battle of Trafalgar.
Depicting what exactly?
According to this poem, it could be...
Let me look at the poem. So, we knew it carried a French name. I have no idea, honestly. I don't know how to put this into words. We'll put ship. I totally did not actually cheat and find out the answer for this.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
It might refer to a boat. Its master was Admiral Nelson, and the thief wanted to run it aground. Moreover, the boat would have a French name.
Wait, I have a suggestion. A very popular painting, symbolic even, The Fighting Temeraire, a Turner. In this painting, Turner is described as having mastered painting techniques, and it is one of the most beautiful English paintings of all time. The subject, a boat by the French name of Temeraire, was involved in the Battle of Trafalgar and distinguished itself by protecting Victory, the flagship on board which was...
Victory, did you say?
Yes, Admiral Nelson was on board. Temeraire received a special distinction, but I am not certain of which. The painting shows it being towed to the breaker's yard, I believe.
Okay.
Where would I find it?
I don't know. You would have to search through the English works of this century near the west section of the gallery.
Okay.
My thanks.
I'm not good at
Palinor.
riddles, I'm gonna
Count
tell you this
Watson,
right now.
let's
So
take
when
a
it
look
comes
at
to
the
riddles, I
painting.
might have to cheat a little bit like I throw those. Let's go to English gallery. We already know where that is because we already investigated. It is over here. I would say it should depict a ship.
Here's
Oh,
what I've been looking for. The Fighting Temeraire. Splendid. What do you think?
I agree, it's splendid. The existence of this painting would seem to give credit to this whole affair.
As long as this painting remains on this wall, This letter, even if it is eloquent and provocative, is nothing more than a letter. It is possible that all of this could be a hoax with no substance whatsoever. We will know soon enough, as the theft will have to take place tonight.
We must warn the museum's director, Holmes.
You are correct, Watson. Shall we?
I mean, at least we're gonna warn him. What's the best we can do? It seems like it's a hoax, but it might not.
Fantastic! Superb!
There, Maestro. I believe that everything is settled.
This collaboration will be my crowning glory, my masterpiece. Merci!
I have finished the
This guy's
inventory of
French.
the works of
Odd.
art, Director. Oh, and I have the pleasure of introducing the great detective Sherlock Holmes and his companion, Dr. Watson.
Good day, gentlemen. It's with pleasure that I welcome you to our gallery. I trust that you are here for pleasure and not business.
I am afraid that is not the case.
Oh,
When it is no longer a matter of art, the artist must make his excuses. Messieurs, until we meet again, no need to accompany me. I know the way.
French arrogance.
my apologies.
I'm not gonna be
gentlemen. Have
stereotypical
you
about
been
that, but
waiting
I'm
long?
telling you, this guy
Mr.
has some
Palinor was
French
able to answer
arrogance,
all of our
though.
most urgent questions. Tell me, who was that man who just left?
That was Horace Valmont, a French painter. One of the best, seemingly. His letters of recommendation come from some of the grandest salons in Paris.
A Frenchman. Let's take a look, Watson.
Horatio
Yes, he's
Nelson.
very avant-garde. He heard that we were showing the works of modern painters during our temporary exhibitions. He has loaned us a number of paintings and has promised to donate those that have the greatest success to the museum.
Lestrade, just in time. And the Frenchman, Watson?
Gone?
Director, this is Inspector Lestrade from Scotland Yard. Lestrade, this is the Director of the National Gallery, Sir Pointer, and his assistant, Mr. Palinor. Lestrade, would you have your constable on duty guard the entrance and make sure that nobody comes into the museum? Director, is there anything else?
No, but
If you would care to follow me, I'll show you what the motivation behind all of this is. The reason for this little gathering is this letter that I received at my lodgings this morning. Without getting into too much detail, it claims that this painting, The Fighting Temeraire, will be stolen tonight.
pardon?
There now. It's because of a letter that you've disturbed me. You believe that?
will
I hate
never
that
have taken the
Lestrade
liberty to
literally puts
disturb
us
you
down,
if this
like,
letter,
most of the time in these
authenticity of which
games,
I must admit hasn't
but
been
it's kind of
completely
like,
confirmed,
eventually
was
he's
written
not.
by the one and only Arsene Lupin.
Arsene Lupin?
Arsene Lupin?
Us? Arsenal? Who? Lou?
This guy's out of the loop,
What?
definitely.
Arsene Lupin, the most wanted cat burglar in the world.
But Horace
We will know
Grandma
soon enough
doesn't
whether or
have
not
any
this letter
peas
is
in
a
it.
fake, or if I had reason to disturb you, Lestrade.
I would still
But you
assume,
must
but I don't
understand that
know.
we couldn't take even the slightest chance.
Perhaps. Why not simply put this thing under lock and key in the bank or at Scotland Yard?
We cannot risk storing the painting in an improper environment or to entrust it to anyone who calls it a thing.
All that would achieve would be to shift the problem. This painting is priceless. Beware he who would harm it. What I propose, Lestrade, is to do a tour of the museum with Sir Pointer in order to check any possible points of break and entry, and leave 2 men on duty here tonight. In addition, Director,
He really
we must
doesn't
close
believe
the
me.
museum to the public and not let anyone else in.
If you feel it's necessary.
And you, Holmes?
I'll pass by tomorrow at dawn. We'll know then what we're up against. Should the unthinkable have occurred, I insist that nothing is touched until I arrive. Is that clear? Let's be off, Watson.
Listen, Inspector, I have a lot of work to take care of. It would be better if I leave you to do a tour by yourself. You are, after all, a professional. Here are the keys to all of the locked doors. If you need me, I'll be in my office.
Are we gonna play Lestrade? We're playing Lestrade.
Well, I best inspect the museum to find any of Lupin's possible exits, including mice holes.